I'm laughing already. What's up, y'all? It's your boy Heaven Hollywood for the I ain't never. And this is the Heaven Hollywood report. So, Ray J. Ray J was on Bijo, the what is it, Bigo or Bijo, the social media app Bijo, and he was talking to some random girls. I don't know what Ray J is doing on Bijo, but he's talking to some random girls, and the subject of um well, the first thing he discussed was he had once had, you know, anal with another female, and Ray J described the incident. He said that, described the rendezvous. He said that she was really tight, and he was pumping for like 20 minutes, and the next thing you know, he said it got wet just like PUSSY, and then he was like, "Oh, okay, this thing is loose." So after he said he was stroking it for a while, he got tired, so he stopped. And he said now, when he turned the light on and looked down, he had, you know, doo doo all over, and the girl had, shit all on her back and coming from her booty. So Ray J said, he had to run and wipe himself off. It was all over his thing, and it was all over the girl. He had to wipe himself off. He also said he orgasmed from that. So now the conversation shifted to gerbiling. Now, let me describe to you what gerbiling is. Okay? So, the definition of gerbiling. So, here it is. The act, individual of collective of introducing into the human rectum a live gerbil, usual in adult male for the purpose of gaining directly or indirectly sadistic and erotic gratification. And when I go to Wikipedia and I look up the word gerbiling, it says also known as gerbil stuffing, or gerbil shooting. And what it says is it's an unsubstantiated sexual practice of inserting small live animals, usually gerbils, but also mice, hamsters, rats, and other various other rodents into the human rectum to obtain stimulation. Some variations of reports suggest that the rodent be covered in a psychoactive substance such as cocaine prior to being inserted. So they're saying that some people even cover the rodent, the gerbil, in cocaine before sticking it up their butt. And this is supposed to get some sort of stimulation when the rodent runs around, goes through messes with your prostate. And then a lot of people say there's been different variations say some men squeeze their butt cheeks and suffocate the rodent. Some say they run around back there until they die, and then you squeeze the rodent out. This is supposed to give stimulation, folks. But Ray J was on Bijo talking about this. Ray J is a married man. Now, I don't know how old this is, but it can't be that old. He's on Bijo talking about it. Can't be that old. Some people saying, "Oh, that was a while ago." Well, it can't be too old because Bijo's not that old. Not that old of an app. And it brings me back to the story of Richard Gere. He was the main, the first person you ever heard about this gerbil. The story is that Richard Gere got a gerbil stuck in his butt, and he couldn't get it out, and he had to go to the ER. He was gerbling, playing around, playing these booty games, and with the gerbil, and the gerbil got stuck up in his butt, and he couldn't get him out, and he had to go to the ER. That is the old urban legend. Now, Richard Gere has since, of course, denied this. This rumor came around, I believe, in the 90s, maybe late 80s, 90s, or early 80s, something like that. Because if you remember the movie Mo Money, no, the movie Above the Rim with Tupac and Marlon Wayans, and they would get ready to go out and play basketball, and Marlon Wayans shouted out, "All right, y'all, I'm about to get in that ass like a gerbil." Now, Marlon Wayans shouted that out. And if you are familiar with the song Fack from the 2005 Eminem album Curtain Call, Eminem says in that verse about gerbling, "Now see that gerbil, grab the tube, stick it up my butt, let that little rascal nibble on my a-hole." And also in the movie Christmas Vacation, National Lampoon, the guy talking to his wife, I forgot his name, I think his name was Eddie, said, "Don't forget the rubber sheets and gerbils." So, of course, this is an old urban legend that Richard Gere, there had even people calling them, Richard Gere tried to later deny it, but then there were people on record that had called from the hospital, allegedly, that he had went to and was saying, "Richard Gere is in here and he's got a gerbil stuck up his doodah." You can't make this up. Ray J is sitting around talking about, "I ain't trying to put no string on no gerbil and have that thing get stuck up there. Forget that. I have to call the ER, and then the whole world gonna know." Ray J, why are you discussing this? What do you mean tie a string to a gerbil and it gets... This is a sexual ritual. This is a sexual ritual that these people in Hollywood be doing. This is what I'm talking about. This is the stuff I'm talking about that takes place in Hollywood. Y'all still want to be celebrities? You still want to be a star? It's the boy Evan Hollywood for the IE Network. Please like, comment, and subscribe. And share this video with your friends and your gerbils.